Okay, again, thanks to Richard from the Slovak AI Association and Netel AI for that last presentation. Very, very interesting. So many applications I can imagine on the AI applications. We are on to Moldova presentation, and this will be quite interesting insight into Moldova. And we will be have a panel led by Marina Bzovîi from the Moldovian ICT Association. Her panelists are Eugeniu Girla from ZOR, Lisa Gutu from Salt Edge, and Elena Mutruc from Pentalog. And I apologize for not handling your names particularly well, probably. Nevertheless, Moldova has lots going on. I think it's interesting as well. We heard earlier in the live booth that they've got a 7% tax rate for corporates. Very interesting. Certainly interesting number of IT expertise in Moldova, not to mention wonderful wines. It's a little bonus, I suppose. So without further ado, on to Marina, who is moderating this panel of Moldova. Thank you. 30 minutes.
Hello, everyone who's watching us, and welcome to the new participants that just joined. During this panel, we're going to deepen into Moldovan cutting edge on technology and IT. I have three special guests from three companies from Moldova, IT companies from Moldova. But before that, I just wanted to let you know that if you are from CEE or all around the globe, you should hear about Moldova, because Moldova is becoming one of the top edge IT solutions that are brought by different companies developing in Moldova right now. We are actually also known for our wine. However, just this year, Moldovan IT services exceeded the export of wine. Therefore, I'm really happy to introduce to you three companies. We have here XOR, we have Pentalog, and Saltage. They are amazing international companies that actually provide different projects on specific areas of from IT. As a country that is focused on IT, one of Moldova's technology edge is AI. Therefore, I'll ask Eugene from XOR to tell us more details. How was able XOR as a company, as a local Moldovan company, to develop an AI-driven project?
All right, thank you, Marina, and hello to everyone. So we at XOR, we facilitate and automate the communication in recruitment. So we help recruiters around the world to improve the way they keep the communication with hundreds of thousands of candidates. Manually, that is very hard to do, so that you need digital assistants that will help you in the process. And just to make sure we don't build an AI that is changing or is replacing a recruiter, we are using elements from AI, especially towards natural language processing and understanding, that help a recruiter improve the communication they have with the candidates. Why I think Moldova is a great place to start a project in AI space. I think there are several elements that help there. First, it's the languages that are very popular among developers, and languages that became very popular in building, let's say, first initiative towards AI. So languages like Python or Java or core languages in general, and that's been very popular among the developers that are in the country. The second, I think, when you are building a project like that, you would need developers with strong mathematical and logical background. So developers that will be able to create algorithms, will be able to map the different processes, and I think Moldova is one of the good spaces where you actually can find developers with that kind of mathematical and algorithmical thinking and background. And maybe the first one is the third one, and the last one is we in Moldova we have a low number of of developers comparing to Ukraine, to Poland, and to Romania. So that's why you would need a space where you would become more competitive. So I think even though we don't have the numbers, we have great developers that can bring the skill that would help us find our space in the world. So we provide a solution in more than 100 languages already, and those elements of AI help us actually build digital assistants for recruiters around the world in more than 100 languages. And I'm really happy that a developer team from Moldova is helping doing that.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us all the insight information on how Moldova is able to work with AI and generally to develop this type of projects on international market. Elena, as an IT service company, can you tell us more details on, or can you describe us the success story of Pentalog in providing IT services on the international market?
Sure. Thank you, Marina, for your question. Hello, everyone. It's first of all, it's a pleasure for me to attend the summit and to have the opportunity to speak about my company's journey here in Moldova. Pentalog is a globally enabled digital skills and services platform, and we are proposing a wide spectrum of offers, including talent recruitment, software engineering, product development, digital marketing, agility consulting, and innovation financing. So we have sales and delivery officers in North and Latin America, in Europe and Asia. And we opened the office here in Moldova in 2005. And as Eugeniu said before, it was possible as well due to the positive context for our company's development here in Moldova. First of all, we have high quality engineers at a competitive price. We are in a geographical proximity from many cities from Europe. So at the 3-hour flight distance from France, for example, from Paris, for example, or from London. We have access to a growing number of tech graduates. And this is because our universities, they are promoting partnerships with the private sector. So we have the possibility, we have the opportunity to work together and to adapt the curricula to the market needs. And as well, very important thing to be mentioned, that our government has identified ICT sector as a priority sector for country's economy development, and they designed and implemented the IT park legislation. And before we have tax incentives, both they were thought and implemented to boost our the ICT sector development in our country. Back to Pentalog Chișinău. Yes. Today we have 230 people in our team, and we are developing web and mobile applications, mobile solutions for startups, for grow-ups, for big companies from France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and from the United States. All our clients, they are from different industries. I can mention the energy data management, the real estate, media, Internet of Things, telecommunication, education, and the list is really, really long. We build our journey on an agility mindset, and we really strive to make an impact here in our country, in Moldova, through the different educational programs, by promoting and by encouraging the innovation, by encouraging the knowledge sharing within the company, but as well in the IT community from Moldova, and as well by respecting the law and labor legislation that is very important to successfully lead an IT company in our country. If you are interested to find more information, you can contact me on social networks and by email. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you. And I really would add up to the point that you mentioned. Basically, in Moldova, the government listens to the ICT sector, which is a priority for our country. Therefore, I'm representing one of the leading association for the ICT sector, and we are proud that different projects that were discussed and developed with the members, different IT and telecom companies in Moldova were actually brought to success. There is a strong voice from Moldova IT Park, which is a unique fiscal and a unique tax incentive within CEE countries, and we are really proud of that. Just to jump to the next unique company that we have in Moldova, it's actually Saltage that started in our country, but now they're working with the whole Europe and not only, and they are actually working on projects related to open banking. Lisa, could you tell us more information how Saltage was able to conquer European open banking market, starting in Moldova as a company and from Moldova as a country which doesn't have regulations yet on open banking?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So Saltage in general is an open banking API platform that is helping hundreds of companies to get access to financial data securely from over 5,000 banks in 15 plus countries at this point. We started our work back in 2013, and at that time, there was no such initiatives as open banking just yet. We were aiming to bring transparency to the financial industry and to help banks, fintechs, lenders, accounting companies to provide better services using automatic bank feeds. Back at the time, we were one of the few companies in the world being able to provide such a service. And with the second payment service directive, which rolled out in the European Union last year, we were able to increase the market interest and to roll out and to position our company as one of the largest players and the biggest players in the entire market with the most advanced technologies within the space. We, I think, got quite lucky with having the right time and the right product to go to the market. And at this stage, we were among the most advanced technology and security companies in the area, which allows us to work not only in the European Union, but also we expanded to Latin America and Asia Pacific as well. And hopefully I'll be able to mention some of the clients later on.
Thank you, Lisa. That was really insightful, and I think it's important for all the participants to get to know more information and more successes about Moldovan IT companies. Going back to Eugene, could you please share with us any international projects that you as a company saw internationally, but locally as well as Moldovan company are really proud of?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned the one of the latest one that I also was personally involved. So we don't live in a bubble. So we understand what's happening in the world currently and how COVID has changed so many things. We were pretty popular in the food industry, so food and delivery companies like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, or KFC. And what happened to them is that in the last 3 months, their employees, some of them had to be fired, some of them have to be sent to technical unemployment, some of them had to change their processes that they are allowed to talk to the customer in a specific way. Then they changed the shifts, they changed the delivery, they changed the contactless delivery, which is terms that we never discussed about 3 months ago. So what happened is that recruiters and HR people had to very fast change the policies. Like I'm currently based in Greece, and we had a COVID information of the employees of the chains here, and only for my clients they had to change the policies from the government 4 times in 1 month. And 4 times 500 people open up in the morning and they didn't know how they will have to deliver the service. Are they allowed to put it in the hands of the clients or not? Are they allowed to use the shields in front of them or not? So there's so many things that happened in March, in April, in May. Things just happen to change all the time. And our role with helping the automating some of the communication helped actually making sure that more than 500 people very fast were able to understand what they need to do, and very fast they were able to give frequently ask questions, and the bot would help them with the answers, because you don't have 100 people in your recruitment department. So, or the limit of the resources there it's quite scarce. So you need to have this help from digital assistants, and that was one of the projects that I'm really happy how it turned out.
So you basically saved your clients during COVID just because of the solution.
Help. I don't know if saved, but help, because the food industry was hit very hard. Probably like tourism is one of the industries, the restaurants, that was most hit in the world.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we saved them, but definitely gave them a hand of help. Yeah.
Totally agree. Thank you. Elena, going back to you. You already mentioned about the Chișinău team, why it's probably one of the best development team that you have. Would you bring up more details on why Moldovan IT specialists are so good at what they do in delivering IT services for the international market?
Yeah, I think the answer is not based just on our skills. I have to mention that we build our team based on a core values that embraced by every new team member joining Pentalog adventure. So we are 100 committed to build trust and transparency in collaboration with our clients. So from the very beginning, we are defining together with our clients so-called the collaboration framework. It's a set of best practices to reach we use them to reach the industry standards and to exceed them. So to help the team focus on getting the things done. So based as well on an agility mindset, we help customers to quickly ramp up the tech teams to scale and then to quickly adapt to the changing business context. So by sharing the same values, by encouraging the innovation, by encouraging the continuous education. So we go extra miles to build trust, transparency with our clients, so to make their business successfully.
Thank you. Yep, that's true. That's true. And I would say that not only Pentalog, but a lot of other countries a lot of other companies in our country are actually working on continuous development of their teams by having different core values that they promote within each employee or new employee they have. Lisa, I know that you mentioned a lot and some details at least about open banking and the cottage solutions that Saltage was able to bring to the European market. Are there any specific products that you would like to mention, and including any international partners or clients that are really proud and really happy with the collaboration they have with you?
Yeah, sure. So in essence, at Saltage, we have only two products. So the first one is an API that allows you to tap into all the banks that we are connected to instantly without any problems, and you can get all the data automatically, of course, with the customer consent. And the second one is a product that helps you to make sure that you're fully PSD2 compliant. It applies to the banks, to the e-wallets, and so on. So some of the projects that are probably worth mentioned are fintechs. First of all, they are our main client base, and there we have a lot of companies that are helping to manage money day to day, that are helping you to save or to invest. For instance, MoneyWiz, Budget Bakers, Spendy, some of the projects that are quite known internationally for their PFMs, or Oval Money that is helping you to round up all the spending that you are doing and to save aside a bit of your financials so that you can afford some vacations that you are aiming to. Another point that we are working quite a lot are the banks, and here we work both in the retail and the corporate space. I will not be able to mention many of them just because of the NDAs, banks, of course, but some of the ones that we can mention are, for instance, Société Générale, where we worked on the project for their retail customers. It's a project in Romania, whereabout they were the first bank in Romania to launch multi-banking functionality to all the customers. And currently they're also rolling out a payment initiation feature, so pay by bank feature, also being the first bank in Romania to do it. Another client is ING. They have a Yolt application that they rolled out for all the European clients, and this is also another project that we helped them out. In the corporate space, we help the banks to help out their international clients that have accounts in multiple banks to simply see it overall in a single space for their treasury management, and also to be able to pull off and transfer money instantly. But during the last couple of months, we got quite a lot of projects associated with lending and credit bureaus. Because of the COVID situation, all of the lenders had to automatize their processes and to ensure that they can still check the customers and they can help the businesses in a fully automated and digital way. And this is the probably for the past 3 or 4 months where we've signed up quite many customers, helping them to fully move to digital and have zero customer interaction in offline. With BankFit, they were able to verify customer identity, the income of the customer, and also to make sure that they are still employed, which was quite important and is quite important thing if you want to give a credit to a customer. And I'm pretty sure that this helped a lot and many of them to save their businesses during these uncertain times. And in the future, we also try to, or we want to help other sorts of businesses to grow using the open banking and make sure that we can contribute to make it as a global trend, not only European Union, but also going to Brazil, to Australia, to Hong Kong and other countries as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's really interesting just to deepen into open banking. And the most interesting part is that a Moldovan company or a company that started in Moldova is deepening into a sector that is actually not that developed in our country.
Well, I hope we'll be able to change that too.
Exactly. I want to be really optimistic about the banking system, the open banking that is going to happen really soon in Moldova as well. And I'm pretty sure Saltage will be the main company that will help fight that and bring open banking in Moldova as well. Eugene, going back to you, I know that the XOR as a product and the products that you have, you are really famous within your clients because of the integrations that you have. Can you give us more details on this particular thing?
Yeah, so recruitment and HR space, it's one of the conservative processes that the digital transformation took a bit more than in other processes in the company. And but today, if you're doing recruitment, you have people that you connect on LinkedIn, and then you have people that give you a message on WhatsApp, and then you have people that connect you through SMS, and then you have people that a colleague is sending you an email with a recommendation. So actually, when you communicate with your candidates, a recruiter might use 5, 6, 7 different platforms, and imagine you would have to open 7 types of Gmails, right? That's the beauty of Gmail. You open one interface and then you can communicate any type of emails. It doesn't matter if the email comes from Pentalog server or Saltage server or ATIC server. So the same with our solution, our recruiters can have one interface where they can manage text conversation. It doesn't matter whether they come WhatsApp, Viber, Messenger, or SMS. They have one interface where they keep the communication with their candidates. So actually being integrated in the platforms that candidate use is a must today. So if you as a company, you still post an ad, you say, hey, join our team, here is an email to send your CV, then unfortunately you'll lose a lot of talent. People today, they live at one button away. So you're one button away from your cab or from your pizza. If you are 20 questionnaires away from your job, then unfortunately people drop out in the process. So the companies need to adjust to that and need to understand that the communication recruitment has changed. So I hope they'll be able to not lose talent in the process.
Yeah, this is so true. We generally need to adapt, and we are thankful to have innovative developers that are ready and bring up different solutions, such as the ones that you have at XOR as a team, in order to change the way we think and the way we recruit, for example, all the people that we need for our jobs, no matter the sector that we are working in. Elena, I know that as Lisa mentioned earlier, due to the NDAs, you are not able to mention all the international clients that you have and all the international projects that as a team you are able to deliver. Can you still mention some of your success stories that you're really proud of?
Yeah, sure. Eugeniu earlier mentioned the travel industry, so I'll pick an example from that area. For more than 1 year, we are collaborating with an American online travel research company that operates web and mobile applications with user-generated content that empower users, people to plan and to have their best trips. I'm sure you've heard about this company. Everyone knows TripAdvisor, right? So after months of hard work together with our client, last Tuesday, we released a new product, Reco. So if you are curious, so you can go on www.helloreco.com. And just to know that Reco is a personalized travel service guided by a community of experts, travel designers ready to plan and to book your next adventure. So if nowadays you are wondering where to go, how to get there, is it safe or not? What if something changes? So you don't have to deal anymore with all this stuff. Just let the expert to handle all of that for you, right? So we are very proud for this collaboration, and just I wish Reco a long life and a deep interest from travelers world around. Yeah.
Thank you. That's really interesting. To be honest, I didn't know about this as well, so I'll look it up. I'm so glad that, as you can see, different profiles of companies are actually working with different sectors all around the globe. All these companies have most of their development teams in Moldova, and therefore they're able to deliver cutting-edge technology everywhere. Just find them, check them, and you can definitely find everything you need in Moldova. Starting with this optimistic view, Lisa, how do you see the development of IT Moldova, if I may call it like this, in like 5 or 10 years from now?
Well, I believe Moldova and in general, the Central and Eastern Europe has a great potential in building up own products and tech services. Because for the past 5 or 10 years, the region was trained in the outsourced development, allowing to gain a lot of useful experience, which can be then used to build up future tech unicorns. And I do believe that in 5 and 10 years' time, we'll have a lot of amazing companies that are building their own tech and are well known on the market. And hopefully some of us joining this call will be amongst those unicorns as well.
True. I'm confident that will happen, actually. And as I see, we almost don't have a lot of time to discuss further questions, even though I'm pretty sure that everyone would want to hear more about your projects, about your teams, and generally how Moldovan companies are working on international projects worldwide. Just to finish more or less our thoughts, you can find all the speakers on all social media platforms that are there available. You can also Google the companies in order to contact them if you are interested in more details. If you want to know more about Moldova, you can contact ATIC. I'm representing the National Association of IT and Telecom Companies in Moldova that is really into the development of the ICT sector. As I previously mentioned, the voice of this sector is heard by the government. This is why we have Moldova IT Park, which you can also contact and reach out in order to find out more details about the unique tax regime that we have. And I say it unique because it's unique in the CEE region. And there you can find more than 500 companies, IT companies, working for the international market, but not only developing either their own products or providing IT services, cutting edge IT services, I would add up here. As previously mentioned, the IT sector in Moldova is constantly growing. growing and growing. It exceeded the sale of wine in Moldova, which is crazy. I mean, we are known as a wine country. Right now, we are becoming an IT destination, an IT company. Just by saying that, really thank you to all the speakers that were able to join us here. We have SOAR, Pentalog, and Saltage. Just contact them, contact us for further details. And thanks to the organizers for organizing this wonderful summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I
Thank
think that's
you.
all from our side.